Good day everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Allie, and in today's video I'll be showing you how I operate my kitchen. I'm going to be sharing everything that I have learned when it comes to managing my kitchen, down to how I meal plan, how I order groceries, and how I get cooking down to only 3 times a week. I hope this video offers you some wisdom and some ways that you can make your kitchen run smoothly, and if at any point in today's video you're enjoying, then please give this video a thumbs up or leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video. First off, I'm going to be talking about meal planning. Once a week, I'll sit down with a pen and paper and write down 3 main meal ideas that I will be having in that week. Those 3 meals will feed me and my family all 7 days, plus give us plenty of leftovers to freeze for my husband's lunches. I often try to buy ingredients that we can use in multiple dishes rather than in just one meal. So for example, when I cook my chili, I often make spaghetti sauce at the same time because I use a lot of the same veggies in both of those dishes. Last week, I made quesadillas with chicken and onion and pepper, spinach, tomato, and cheese. So that same week we had nacho night because again, it uses the same ingredients. This allows me to buy less items each week, and therefore I spend less money. It also ensures that there's little to no waste because rather than using the ingredients in just one dish, I'm using it throughout multiple recipes, so it's gonna get used up. It's gonna get used up. After I write down what we are having, I will write down the groceries we need to cook that meal. I find this meal planning step essential because then when I go to order my groceries, I know exactly what I need and I don't allow myself to buy what simply looks good. If it's not on the list, then it's not in my cart. I very rarely buy food for lunches because I know that we'll always have leftovers from supper. Breakfast is a similar story to our supper. I'll write down 3 different breakfast ideas and then I'll buy the groceries accordingly. I also have a list of things that I know I need each and every week. So for us, this is a jug of milk, 30 eggs, and I choose 3 different types of fruit, whatever looks good and whatever is on season. I try not to buy too much snacky foods for my kids. I used to, and I find that they just get eaten up really fast, and they're also just very, very expensive. So I'll have maybe 3 different types of snacks for when we leave the house or for emergencies when we go for a walk or something. And it's usually an applesauce or a granola bar, fruit bar, or something like that. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is how I actually order my groceries. So when it comes to actually buying my groceries, I very rarely go into the store. We have been using Instacart for about 2 years and we're in love with it. With having 2 little kids, I find it really time consuming to go into the store. There was a period of time recently where I had to order a new MasterCard and I wasn't able to order my groceries through Instacart. And I'm not kidding, grocery shopping literally took us the entire day because we do both Costco and Walmart. So the time it takes us to drive to Costco, then drive to Walmart, then to come back home, and the time it takes to stand in line at both places and the time to do all the shopping, it was a full day experience. And it was not a very fun experience for my infant who was stuck in the car seat for the majority of the day. So I'm very thankful for these conveniences like Instacart. I also find that I spend less money when I shop online because I can actually see my bill prior to being at the till, and then I can make sure that I stick to my budget. Sometimes I will look at my cart and I'll be like, you know what, that's pretty expensive, and I'll go through each item and go, okay, do I really, really need that? Another way that I save on Instacart is by going on the deal section and seeing what is on sale. I think it is so smart to buy something when it's on sale, and Instacart makes that so easy to do. And by the way, this is not sponsored. I just love Instacart. A lot of stores also have in-store pricing, so it's literally a fourth of the work for the exact same price. They also sometimes have really crazy deals. The other day at Rexall, I've never bought anything from Rexall before except for medicine, but I saw that they had a deal where if you spend $50, you get $20 off. So I decided to order my tampons and what else did I order? Oh, command strips from Rexall, and I spent $30 when I was supposed to spend $50. So I found that pretty cool. So the next point is how I prepare for my grocery arrival. So while I'm waiting for my order to conveniently arrive at my doorstep, I always prepare my fridge for the new food that is arriving. Each week I'll clean my fridge, which may sound like a lot of work, but I promise it's not because I do it so often. So in this video, you can see me take everything out of my fridge section by section, and I clean each and every surface. Honestly, there was not much stickiness or dirt at all because I do it every week. So it doesn't take any scrubbing, you know? Taking each item out will also allow you to check dates, and you can throw away any expired food. Today I found an empty salsa container that got stuck back there for some reason, and I also found some old dill that was in a bag. I personally like to use just dish soap and hot water. I find that the best cleaning solution there is. Sometimes if it's really clean already and I'm kind of in a rush, then I'll just move things around and make way so that I can wipe down the surfaces, and that way I don't have to take every single item out of the fridge. I also take the drawers out for the produce and give them a good wash and rinse in my sink. These I find get the most dirty because it has crumbs and leaves and dirt from all of the veggies and fruit that I put in there. I find the best way to clean these bins is to just literally remove them and wash them in your sink. Once they're washed, give them a good dry and they're ready to get put back. I follow similar steps when it comes to my freezer, but I don't do this every single week, probably once a month. I go inside and I wipe all the surfaces down. Today I actually had a mess to clean up because we had a wine bottle explode in the freezer, so I washed all of that sticky Moscato out and removed the glass. I also organize the freezer in sections, so on the top shelf I have my husband's pre-made lunches that are in Tupperware containers, and then I have individually wrapped baked goods like muffins and loaves. On the bottom I have a divider with frozen veggies and fruit on one side and then meat on the other. I also get an idea for what we have left that we need to eat, and I kind of count how many lunches my husband has so I know how much extra meals I need to make so that he is well taken care of. When groceries conveniently arrive at my door, I go get them and I get to put them away in a nice, clean, organized fridge, which just feels right. I'm not sure why people would want to put their food that they're going to eat in a dirty, slimy, sticky fridge, but that's just me. I put everything away in categories and I try to organize it to the best of my ability. I put eggs and meat and cheese in one area, fruit in one produce bin and vegetables in another, sauce in one area, and then dairy in an area. And I keep everything out that I'm going to cook for supper. Next, meal prep. Meal prep is really important to me because as much as I love cooking and baking, I don't always have the time or want to make the time to cook every meal of every day. There is many other things that I'd rather be doing with my time than spending hours in the kitchen. When I cook, I always cook double to triple portions so that I have plenty to eat for supper for a couple nights in a row, and so that I have plenty of food to freeze for my husband's lunches. If you're going to get anything from today's video, it should be this: make double to triple portions. It just really makes sense if you think about it. You're already buying the groceries to make the meal. You're already cutting up everything and spending the time to prepare it and to cook it. So why not get ahead of the game and make plenty? It's never going to go to waste because you can always stick it in the freezer to have a meal later on. Today I am making a roast with carrots and asparagus and potatoes. And no, this is not a cooking tutorial, but I'm seasoning the sides of the roast with some salt and pepper and garlic, and I'm searing all of the sides to trap in the flavor. throw that in the oven, stick it in a pot at a very low temperature, and cook it for about 6 hours until it just starts to fall apart, and it will be a very tender, delicious roast. Another great tip when it comes to meal prep is to make your breakfast ahead of time. Since the kitchen is already messy from cooking supper and you're already in the mode of cooking, you might as well get ahead on your breakfast so you can avoid the mess in the morning, and it's also going to save you time in the morning. I will often do this on nights that I'm cooking because, again, it just makes sense. Today I am making some breakfast wraps, which took me very minimal effort. I was already in the kitchen making supper, so now in the morning we can just grab a wrap, warm it up, and carry on about our day. I find it essential to prep breakfast ahead of time because my husband leaves for work really early, and if I don't make him breakfast, then he's gonna buy something on the go, and I'm trying to get him out of that rhythm because it's not good for his health and it's also not good for our budget. I love to do a lot of baking with my toddler. It's a really fun activity for me to do with her, and it's like mommy-daughter bonding. And I follow the same strategy when it comes to baking. Anytime we're making muffins or cupcakes or cookie dough or pizza dough, no matter what we are making, pancakes, like literally anything, I, again, double to triple the batch, throw it in the freezer, label it, and then it just like saves you so much more time down the road. And when my husband goes to pack his lunch in the morning, it's that easy. He wakes up, grabs his breakfast, grabs his lunch, and he can open the freezer and grab like a muffin or a banana bread or some kind of loaf. It's that easy. I am going to be ending off today's video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. And leave me a comment down below how you like to operate your kitchen. I am so open, and I am always looking for new ways that I can make my life easier when it comes to cooking and grocery shopping and all of that jazz. But bye for now, and we'll see you in my next video.